Let's bring in our guest trial attorney, Michael Jaafar. Michael, there are emotions that I am feeling, and I want to know where you stand. There's two different ones. Number one, I feel like this witness is a little bit angry that he's having to be there testifying. And number two, the wailing during that 911 call. I felt like it was contrived by the defendant. Just my feelings. Your thoughts?
You know, that's a good read. I don't know. That's not my read. That might be wailing. That might be contrived. But I will tell you, I thought that was a very effective moment in the trial. I plan on emailing this attorney today, latest tomorrow, commending him for such an effective cross-examination. But yes, I did read that the witness is very bothered by being on the stand. This is his second time testifying. But Judge Essie, I thought that was a very effective moment in the courtroom. Her demeanor in the courtroom, his cross-examination, I thought it was very effective. But yeah, maybe somebody could read it as contrived. The fact that I didn't and that you did means that there might be conflict with the jury. So that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
You know, and it's interesting because Judge and I were talking about it. I didn't read it that way, just for the record. It sounded, I mean, this is an incredibly horrible situation. And it just sounded like the wails of a woman who was in the throes of it. And we said maybe it's, you know, a woman might hear it differently than a man. And we know 8 men, 7 women on the jury. That could certainly be an issue. And Michael, you know, and it goes back to this idea that really this whole thing is about, and we just heard testimony on it, they found some gasoline on the clothes. But when you live on a farm or you live on that kind of property, you're constantly working with different things. He was actually apparently fixing something earlier in the day that involved oil and some kind of kerosene. Then there was some, you know, gas, that type of vehicles on the property. How important is it that you find some gasoline on the clothing of the victim when they live under these circumstances?
I know that area very well. This is out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Kalamazoo, Michigan is, we call it in the middle of nowhere in the state of Michigan. The state of Michigan it's pretty much all rural. And so Kalamazoo, Michigan is a part of the state where people have well water, people have gasoline, people live on these gargantuan acres. You see people losing their massive acre farms because they don't have enough money. They don't have enough income to pay the few $1,000s a year in taxes on these wide ranches. So it's not uncommon out there. All the people that are on that jury are from Kalamazoo, Michigan. They understand these facts better than most people. I live in Detroit, so nobody has gasoline in their house. But in Kalamazoo, Michigan, they do have it. It's a good insight by you, Michael. And 8 men on the jury also. That's a good point as well. This trial, this is going well for the defense in their second trial. But yes.
Yeah, and again, they have the benefit of knowing what might have gone wrong the first time around, and they certainly seem to be attacking that fire.
Yep, 15 years since she was convicted, so they're bringing it back up now for for the retrial. All right, we do need to take a pause. We're going to...
Welcome back, folks. Before we head back to court, let's bring back in trial attorney Michael Jaafar to discuss. And Michael, earlier you were commending the defense on their cross-examination, and I'm going to do it now. I think they're doing a great job, and they're kind of sticking to their theme. I think that's important for defense attorneys. You got a theme, you want to pound on it. And this idea that there wasn't this gasoline or the strong gasoline smell. And it's particularly good with this witness because of what he does. He's someone who's around it all the time.
Yeah, I think it's been extremely effective for those reasons, right? I mean, we know that the witness had to come on, why the witness is important, why the state had to bring the witness, right? He has to establish the foundation that, hey, she committed the killing act that killed him. Whether or not it was intentional or not, we'll debate that later in the trial. So I understand why she was on there, but to commend them even further, when I saw the direct examination of that witness, I was wondering to myself, I was sitting here watching, I was like, how would I cross-examine this witness in any way to be effective? Or would I just kind of throw this away and wait until a later witness to really pounce? And this defense attorney really turned a case into the witness that even me, I could not figure out how I would cross-examine that witness. So I commend this defense attorney. He has really created like a little mini closing argument. I know it's not, but that's kind of how I feel like I'm watching that. And we're at the beginning of the state's case. They haven't even gotten the case yet. So, and it's a retrial, and it's 15 years old. So kudos to him, man. He's done a great job.
But I think he's also cognizant of the fact that cross-examination is not meant to go up there and recount all the facts and go on and on and on. And we've seen a lot of that more recently of defense attorneys doing very long cross-examinations. Make your point, sit down, and I think he's doing that part really well.
He's doing it really well, Judge Ashley. I feel like I want to give the guy a hug. I'm a Michigan attorney as well, right? So I want to get to know this guy. I'm going to shoot him an email because he's done it really, really good. The purpose of cross-examination is to peel away the layers of the witness that's on the stand. In this case, the witness is a very sympathetic. It's just he's just a witness. He's not somebody who's trying to convict or acquit anybody. He's just there. So that's why these types of cross-examinations are very sensitive. This is not like a mob trial where the witness is somebody wearing an orange jumpsuit. This is a person who really wanted to help and was sad to see the situation happen. So I agree with you. He's not up there. He's not going long-winded. He's just being very, very folksy. And that plays to a Kalamazoo jury. You always know your customer, right? He knows his customer. He knows who's in the gallery and who's watching him. And he's playing very, very well to them. Yeah.